Hello, and welcome back to the Efficient Skillet. My name is Willie, and I hope you're doing extremely well out there. In our last video, we did chicken enchiladas, and I pointed out how probably 99.99% of Texans just love Mexican food. Well, it's probably safe to say that 99.999% of Texans also love Italian food. Today we're going to prepare a dish called gnocchis. Gnocchis are Italian dumplings. Okay, so when it comes to preparing gnocchis, the first thing you want to start with is 2 large yellow potatoes. Now you can use any potatoes you like, but these yellow potatoes have the softer, well, regular potatoes are have a coarseness to their texture, where these yellow potatoes have a much softer texture to them, which is conducive for a better gnocchi. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is peel your yellow potatoes. First you want to rinse them. Next we're going to boil these potatoes. We're going to chop them. What works really nice for me is I'll cut the potato in half long ways, and then I'll quarter it like that. And then what you want to do with these is cut them into little pieces, because what we want to do is boil these till they're very soft. And just put them in the pan, and we're going to boil them. Chop up your potatoes, get them in some water. I just turn my heat all the way up on my skillet. And I'll put a couple of pinches of salt in here. And I'll add some more salt later, because potatoes, as everybody knows, without salt are very bland. Put you a couple of pinches of salt in there, and then stir around, get the salt mixed in and dissolved, whatever. And boil these. We're going to boil these till they get really soft. Okay, so these potatoes, oh yeah, they're nice and soft now. The pieces break real easy. That's what you want right there. Drain all the water out. And what you want to do is, ouch, okay. What you want to do is let it set there for a few minutes so you can drain as much water off as possible. To be honest, I let the potatoes set there for about 15 minutes because I want them to cool some, because I got to work with them. We're going to turn these potatoes into dumpling dough. Okay, so what we're going to do next is put a couple of more pinches of kosher salt in there, and that should make them. That should be enough. That's not a lot of potato there, actually. Next, I recommend adding some coarse ground black pepper. Salt and pepper them to taste, your potatoes. And then we're going to put an egg in there, 1 egg. And what we're going to do is mash this up really good. Once you mash it up real good with your potato masher, then you take your friend, Mr. Wooden Spoon, and you stir it. Okay, the reason you want to mash it up and stir it real good is because when it comes to making gnocchis and you use the potatoes to make them, no lumps allowed. Now, I just love lumpy mashed potatoes. I think they're awesome. But with gnocchis, no lumps allowed. So the next thing we're going to do is take some flour. We're going to slowly add it. Put a little in there. We're going to stir it. Don't add too much flour, just enough to where the potatoes get converted into a workable dough. Just a little more flour, not too much. That should do it. Oh yeah. That's what we're looking for right there. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is take some flour and we're going to dust. This is my little mat here, my little dough mat. And then we're going to take our dough and dump it out onto here. You just want to kind of roll and fold that flour into those potatoes. A little more flour. All right. This is our ball of dough that we're going to make gnocchis with. Okay, with our water boiling now, we're ready to start cooking our gnocchi. So what you want to do is just start picking up 4 or 5 at a time and just start dropping them in. Now when you drop these gnocchis in, I'm putting a pretty good amount of them in. As you can see, what it does is it drops the water temperature a little bit. It's okay. We're going to drop about 5 or 6 more in here and that'll do it for this bunch. There we go. Put the lid back on, and it doesn't take long for these to cook, about 4 minutes max. So when they start floating, then you know they're done. Okay, it's been about 4 minutes now. Let's, oh yeah, see how they're floating? Now what you want to do is when you take these out, your bowl that you put them in, just put you a little bit of olive oil in there, in the bottom of the bowl. And then you take these out, and you let your water drain off, and then just put them in. These are some really, really, really good dumplings. Now when it comes to these delicious gnocchis, what you might want to do is put some butter on there. Always use real butter. It's just the best. This is homemade real butter that I make. Put your nice little dab of butter on there. Sprinkle some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. Oh yeah. A little bit of thyme. Oh man, wow. That is really good, folks. Now, with gnocchis, that's how I like to do it. I like to put the Parmesan, the thyme, the real butter. You can put your favorite tomato sauce on there. I recommend the Ragu Old World style traditional. That has the very best flavor, in my opinion, for tomato sauce. You can put gravy on there with chicken, maybe. You have it with gravy and chicken. It's up to you. But these are some really good dumplings. Again, they're called gnocchis, and they're just delicious. Yeah. Well, I hope you try it, and I hope you like it. And if you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button, and you can email us, efficientskillet@gmail.com.